dominance in multiple leagues across LPL. You know, a lot of different leagues have been picking up it as well. And so last match too.
Exactly, and obviously what Karma is going to offer is she's going to augment movement speed, which has been passively nerfed. She augments wave clear to your AD carry, so you're not as reliant on Sivir or taking wave clear in that position. You can run something like Ezreal much safer in the bottom lane. She makes it very hard to pick melee range supports into, like Alistar and Braum, so really pushing them out.
We talk about this being 6-11. Had a lot of top lane carries left available. The cheeky hover of Riven. But more importantly, Tabe is known to play those top lane carries. So let's see if his team gives him one of those champions. If we look at the flip side, OMG going for the Maokai Sivir pickup as their first 2 picks.
The staple classic. Now, if OMG have retained any of their identity with their brand, it is their ability to 5v5. They are a Phyto team. That's where they find their slim victories in their occasional maps. So a good start to a positive trend.
Let's see what they're going to be picking up during the next few pick rotations. We already mentioned this is 6-11 quite a few times now. Kindred nerfed slightly. The rest of the jungle's still fairly solid as Nidalee, another champion that's been hit by the nerf bag a couple of times, going to be locked in as the pick for Kid in the jungle. And Ezreal is going to be the AD carry of choice.
And Invictus Gaming have already revealed their hand in a very heavy poke composition. We talked about how Karma alleviate some of the stress of Ezreal not being the best wave clear AD carry by assisting there. See if they can pick up some hard CC since they don't have any in the jungle with their last 2 picks.
We're going to have to see what the next 2 picks for OMG are going to be. An instant lock-in of Lee Sin coming out from the OMG lineup, and they're going to be putting 5 on the Braum here for game number 1.
Yeah, so Tabe, of course, having that Karma means that he's not going to take up his Braum, as your pun alluded to.
Taliyah is going to be a lock-in coming in for Invictus Gaming, and an instant lock-in as well for the lineup.
Okay, Rookie has been playing this quite extensively in solo queue. As you can see, he's warming himself up.
He's getting ready to try and take on Icon in the mid lane here.
And Icon's going to get the counter matchup into it. So Rookie with the confidence to pick up Taliyah blind.
Yeah, we're going to see the Trundle as the final pick here. Tabe should be running that up in the top lane against xiyang's Maokai. And like you mentioned, OMG Icon is going to be able to get the counter matchup in the mid lane, or the matchup of his choice, so to speak.
I would say that his signature champion for the limited time he's been in the LPL would be that Zed. Would love to see the Assassin matchup. The issue with Taliyah is she is very soft, very squishy. She's excellent at keeping people at a distance or working around people with those distances.
Yep.
But as soon as someone gets underneath and on top of her,
very good at chasing people down as well. Let's see what OMG lock in here as they find a pick. They hover the Zed, now the Kassadin here.
Could go for the Kassadin. They've got wave clear augmented on their AD carry position, so they wouldn't be punished there.
But it's going to be the LeBlanc lock-in coming in for Icon here. Wants to try and assassinate a couple of people across Summoner's Rift.
Also would have enough mobility to keep up with Taliyah should Rookie look for one of these cross-map ultimate roams. We talked about how Invictus Gaming's composition, what it does lack is it lacks CC. So Rookie's going to get quite creative with this ultimate if he's really going to give his team some sort of hard engage.
We've got quite a bit of soft CC, especially when we see the Ryze pick up, probably from Taliyah, the Nidalee, and the Iceman Gauntlet from Ezreal, but no way to really lock people down.
Yeah,
so it's that one knockup.
But on the other side, there's no way to really catch Invictus Gaming. OMG are very reliant on flanking plays from xiyang, who is now probably the most veteran player on the team, other than S1mLz, although S1mLz did take a longer break than xiyang. So, big shoes to fill and a big responsibility if he's going to catch IG's comp.
Well, let's see how they're going to do just that, because interesting pickups coming in already, as Teleport actually being run on Taliyah here coming into game number 1 as well. An interesting team comp. We got Lee Sin joining the fray here. Nidalee was let through the picks and bans. The coaches are going to shake hands. We're going to head into game number 1 very shortly between IG and OMG. loaded on to Summoner's Rift for game number 1 between Invictus Gaming and OMG. As our observers, giving us a cheeky look at what the first Dragon Spawners match is going to be. It's that Mountain Dragon, and giving us a little bit of a tour around Summoner's Rift as well.
I appreciate it, although I don't appreciate this edit. As I said, they're coming the wrong way. Should be down blue side. So let's talk about these compositions. So what's really cool about IG's comp, and IG are a very unique team in the LPL in that they're one of the few teams that executes on a split push with Zatai. He actually earns the most gold distribution of any top laner in the LPL. They're fine. Everything's fine. Don't get excited, Fish.
They're just poking.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. They got 2 wards.
They do get a deep ward on Gromp as well as pick up the other ward.
Continue.
It's I can feel my play-by-play caster like tensing up, like, oh my god, skirmishing. Let's go.
Any chance I can.
Exactly. So they're one of the few, IG are one of the few teams that look for a split push. But what's cool about their composition is if everything is going in their favor, if they constantly have pressure, with their split push and with their 4 people grouped up in mid or bot or wherever they have to be, they're so oppressive with their poke. Taliyah's got poke on her, Ezreal, Nidalee, Karma. It's about playing around OMG, being stuck underneath their towers, which does give OMG a window to look for those flanking plays on Maokai if he's not tied up with Trundle.
So this is a poke comp coming up from Invictus Gaming up, say, run at you and team fight you team comp coming up from OMG. Very contrasting styles coming into game number 1 here. As we are going to see where the junglers start as the camps do spawn.
Should be noted, though, that for the poke composition, it makes 5's pick and Braum that much more important. Other big thing is not a lot of people really think about it, but Lee Sin's power spike at level 6 over champions like Elise, like Rek'Sai, like Nidalee is quite high. So I'm really curious if juejue is going to be a very early heavy gank jungler or if he's just going to power farm to level 6 and try to abuse that power spike over the likes of Kid.
Well, let's see what juejue does here in game number 1 between OMG and Invictus Gaming. Already take a look at Rookie, chuck a couple of rocks around in the mid lane.
Look at that decent wave clear, though, only level 2 from Taliyah.
Yep. Able to shove the LeBlanc underneath the turret there as Rookie just rock surfs his way to put down a ward, just try to spot out juejue if he does go for those early ganks. And taking quite a bit of a look at the bottom lane now. It's Rain. He's taking a lot of damage here from the Sivir. So is Icon in the mid lane from Rookie.
Yeah, he's just frankly getting bullied out. One of the issues that I thought might arise with Taliyah is the fact that her E is such low range for how fragile she is and how immobile she is without her passive, that she has to get right up in someone's face to really utilize a lot of damage off of that. But Icon not willing to make any sort of trade on it.
You can actually see Kid here looking to try and get in towards juejue's jungle. He's working on taking down his blue buff. Will be able to take it away with the Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike. Spear gonna miss coming up from Nidalee as well as Icon and Rookie trading back and forth. That's a decent amount of damage being put out by the LeBlanc.
Yeah, but Rookie has complete control of the wave, which means that he has the creep aggro advantage. So still just organically winning this lane over Icon.
Finds Kid with the Sonic Wave. Can already see Nidalee trying to be a little bit more proactive and try to counter jungle OMG wherever they possibly can. S1mLz gets some decent damage down towards Rain, but here's an exhaust going on top of the Sivir. Locks her down as well with the Karma. Rain has been ignited, trying to stay as far back as possible. That was a good trade for Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, and they trade 2 summoners for 1, although juejue is sitting up in the wings now looking for the gank. He
hasn't been spotted out. One over the wards. And the Rift Scuttler being put down. Pings are actually coming out onto the Lee Sin, so they kind of know or suspect that he's there.
He's now been spotted out by a ward into that mid lane as well as the deep wards up on Gromp. So a good heads up from IG's bot lane on this Ezreal and Karma, which is a very self-sufficient bot lane. Makes sense. IG don't prioritize ganking their bottom lane. So I'm glad to see them kind of move away or compensate for that weakness by giving such a safe champion duo to Tabe and Rain.
Well, it gives us some time to check in with the mid lane here as Rookie has found a nice CS lead for himself. It's about 10 CS ahead of Icon, who, if he can pick up these few minions crashing on towards his turret, should be able to equalize a little bit. But the Taliyah are doing well so far. Invictus Gaming actually finding CS lead across the map for now. Kid doing well ahead of juejue. Top lane Zatai doing well against xiyang. So the lanes are naturally winning for Invictus Gaming right now, to the point where they're about 600 gold ahead just from their lanes alone.
Yep, and so the question was, what role and responsibility was Lee Sin going to play here? Was he going to be about early ganking or power farming? So far has had an unsuccessful gank on bottom, maybe trying his fortune up on the top side. Twisted Advance would line up nicely for Sonic Wave if they pull the trigger.
You see Taliyah has already gone back to base there, Rocksurfed away down towards the mid lane one more time. With that CS advantage, it's going to be able to push it out even more here. So we could possibly see Rookie try to make some cross-map plays. Once he hits level 6 especially.
Yep, has lost chapters in his pocket.
Not quite lost if you have them in your pocket though.
Pocket chapters. Thank you, fish.
S1mLz here going to get locked down by Tabe. Tries to snare him up. Puts down a good mantra Q there as well to poke out the Sivir. Five's been doing a pretty good job of tagging people with his chairs here. Or with the shield, sorry. Winter's Bite doing some good work down in this bottom lane. But it's been fairly even. 80 carries just farming it out.
Yeah, that's the big thing, though. Fairly even. Yes, it's a range support versus a melee support, but Invictus Gaming's sore spot has always been their bottom lane. Even when Kid and Kitties were the primary duo, as Rookie's actually threatening from the mid lane, which is why S1mLz and 5 get the hell out of there.
Very aggressive coming out from Rain and Tabe. And that's a lot of wave clear.
Absurd wave clear for how early level.
Knocks Icon back as well. He tries to jump in for the chains there. Rookie throws out a single rock. Going to get tagged by the Sonic Wave. Resonating Strike going to come out as well. Juejue first up. Picks up first spot, but here's a teleport coming into the mid lane as well. Lee Sid tries to get over the wall. The spear's not going to connect. A teleport going to come out from OMG's lineup, but they do find the pick onto Taliyah.
Yeah, and zero answer. TP was used defensively from xiyang to zone off Zetai. Likewise, Zetai completes his teleport. xiyang doesn't, so he's also going to get a extra wave of farm over Trundle. So not only does this hurt Rookie because he doesn't have his flash against the likes of LeBlanc and Lee Sin, but it also hurts Zetai.
Still though, Invictus Gaming are ahead in terms of gold or close to even against OMG, which is not the best of news. They're able to pull it back a little bit, but...
Good news for IG is that Zetai has already built himself up like a buffer of CS, where he's still in a decent spot, so xiyang just kind of climbing back in it. Bad news is the discrepancy between the teleport timers, and if OMG have a window of opportunity to make use of that.
We also saw Rookie just use his teleport then to get back into the mid lane, and now blue buff's going to be detonated over towards the Taliyah. Picks it up by throwing some rocks at it.
Also spotted out by a very early pink ward from OMG. See if they use anything of that information. Meanwhile,
juejue is going to be able to take down his red buff. So get a little bit of extra health regeneration. As well as able to get a little bit of extra damage down if he is able to auto-attack people. Bottom lane, neither 80 carry is going back to base just yet. They're just going to keep trading blows back and forth.
Well, they know that they don't need to. There's no danger because Kid is never coming bottom. S1mLz and 5 is like, this is fine. Keep pushing. No one will gank us.
But 5 has been able to find a cheeky back in and picked up a Sightstone for his team. So could possibly help them out later on in this game.
Someone who might gank them, though, I doubt it will be Kid. Could be Rookie. We saw him threatening earlier bot side with his ultimate. It's about the range of a Lux ult, if you haven't played Taliyah yet. Which is why that pink word is so important that Icon just defended. Make sure that they give appropriate information and warning to S1mLz and 5. Although Rookie's looking for it from behind pit. He's going.
You might be able to find it. There's the on the way pings coming out. Kid looking for it as well. Here's the Nidalee looking to try and lock them down. Rain took a lot of damage there. Taliyah not going to be able to quite cut them off, but does get some good distance out. S1mLz gets knocked backwards, but only auto attacks left for the mid laner. Rookie is able to pick up that kill. Not quite as fancy as you'd expect, but still a kill nonetheless.
Oh, hold on though. juejue and Icon looking for some revenge.
Rock's being thrown out one more time. A flash forward with the double jump coming in for Icon there. Gets them down to a sliver of health, but not quite able to execute Tabe.
Yeah, can't find 1-for-1 in the end, but good roam from Rookie again. Knows where the pink ward was because Icon defended it last time. Steps behind the dragon pit, and S1mLz and 5 just not respecting the reach and range of Nidalee and Taliyah.
In Invictus Gaming, they'll be able to find 1,000 gold lead for themselves after the gank in the bottom lane.
Exactly, the gank in the bottom lane. I'm surprised too. S1mLz and 5 like, I didn't think they had a jungler.
This happens. We get these things. Finally, Tabe and Rain able to have nice things in this game against OMG.
We can never have nice things. Does mean that a Sheen is completed down in that bottom lane. Rookie was the primary benefactor of the kill, so picking himself up some MR.
Hello.
Little null cloak.
The gank squad is being roaming around by OMG, juejue and 5, trying to find people inside the jungle. They did get spotted out there.
Trying to find Kid.
Still trying to tag people with his chains and lock them down for that gang squad to roam into the mid lane. Kid now, instead of moving towards the bottom side of his jungle, instead of moving towards the top side of juejue's jungle.
juejue has a ton of offensive and very aggressive wards.
Teleport actually coming in for OMG juejue. He just wants to farm up these Krugs first before going in for a fight. Here comes xiyang down on the bottom side of the map. Icons here as well. Juejue, that's a very long twisted advance coming out from xiyang. They find Rain, they take him down. Icon finds another kill.
A lot expended on that play, however, so we'll see if they can translate it into a tower. Meanwhile, in response, Invictus Gaming getting tons of chip damage on outer mid and possibly taking down outer top.
OMG going to look to try and trade this one for the bot lane outer turret here, as they do have S1mLz 5 and juejue working on a kid. Actually made his way towards this mid lane, so they're going to be able to take down this turret as well. Invictus Gaming might be able to get 2-for-1 in terms of objectives just for 1 kill in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Invictus Gaming coming out heads and tails ahead of OMG in this trade by taking down the 2 towers, especially because OMG also expended so much gold. Look at the vision right now on IG's bottom red side jungle. That's a lot of gold worth of vision, and all you got in response was a tower and a kill.
Finally, that bottom lane turret will fall down for OMG. S1mLz was able to pick that one up. He's going to be able to head back to base to pick up some items for himself. IG, relentless with picking up these objectives on the top side of the map after the play was made bottom side, looking for the Rift Herald as well.
And this is the good news for IG fans, is how much more responsive and reactive the team looks, and not just in an aggressive counter fight way, but in a counter macro way. And this is what really Tabe has introduced to the team, that IG have answers after a play is made other than run at the enemy.
On top of that now, they have their own threats on the table. With the map opened up, and the fact that teleport was used by xiyang up in the top lane means that Tai and Rookie's teleports are both available if they'd like to create their own flanking plays here. It also gives us some time to take stock at what the items are right now. Tai looking to move towards his Ravenous Hydra, it should be, as his pickup. Nidalee already picked up the Luden's Echo jungle item. I can't remember the name. Frosco, and help me out.
Runic
Echoes. There we go.
Oh, I got it?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
never get the names of the items right.
Morel Nomicon is the pickup coming for Taliyah in the mid lane. Already Ezreal looking towards his components of the Iceborne Gauntlet. So IG gets some nice items for himself, but still components for most of them. Same thing from the OMG lineup here. xiyang has his components of his 2 major tanky items. Warriors Enchantment picked up by Lee Sin here, and Tai is just going to batter down these targets.
Yeah, they got teams have gone ahead and swapped their lane assignments here. So Zatai, especially with xiyang making that teleport play, has continued to open back up that CS discrepancy. Continuing to abuse this Maokai. The thing about Maokai is he will survive lanes, but he won't necessarily neutralize them. It's just going to be a higher CS discrepancy and difference, and he's actually going to get bullied off of his outer tower as the last one will fall.
Another good map movement coming from IG, but OMG looking to try and respond this with a gank up top as it leads in. It's actually trying to get behind him. Five's going to jump in. juejue is going to jump on top of Rain. Tabe takes so much damage, gets locked down by the Braum passive, but here comes a double teleport up top. A good knockback comes out of Taliyah to knock S1mLz towards their team. Five now takes a lot of damage. Subjugate will finish him up from the Trundle. And Taliyah now looking to try and cut people up. Can't quite find them.
Not quite the angle he was looking for.
IG able to find 2 kills for themselves in that engagement. juejue now has been jumped on. Icon fakes him, goes back, gets the kill onto Rain. What a play from the LeBlanc.
And in the end, we do trade a couple of kills, but more importantly, IG pull the trigger and burn the 2 teleports and save the top tower while changing the bottom one in.
On top of that, they're going to look towards taking down the Mountain Dragon that's been sitting there for about 14 minutes peacefully in his den. Now a troll and a kitty cat are looking to try and take it down with the help of a couple of rocks being chucked at it.
Invictus Gaming in complete control of the game. They have a slim gold difference, although 14 minutes 3K does mean quite a sizable amount.
Yep.
And likewise now have control of the Mountain Dragon, which going to be super helpful as they try to siege into inner turrets.
Well, let's see what they can do, because they were able to successfully defend that top lane outer turret and take down the bottom lane outer turret. So the map has been opened up quite nicely for Invictus Gaming.
But for how much longer will they be able to defend it? You see OMG grouping up on the top side, brute forcing and bullying Invictus Gaming back off of it. And meanwhile, IG fumbled their minion wave control, so they don't have a response on the bottom side of the map. Trundle is busy clearing out that massive wave at inner tower.
You can see Taliyah once again just being able to wave clear quite effectively in that mid lane. That top lane turret will eventually fall down there as OMG pick that one up and pull the gold bead back a little bit towards their side. But still, although the goal doesn't really tell the story, it still looks like Invictus Gaming's game right now. They've been in pretty decent control so far.
Does shore up the lead, or the disadvantage a bit for OMG, so good job. So it's just going to be that remaining outer mid tower that they need to be concerned with. That said, Taliyah has already proven her wave clear is pretty phenomenal. So need to eliminate the Pebble Girl.
Meanwhile, you can see next dragon that's going to be spawning is going to be that Infernal Dragon. Definitely one that Invictus Gaming would like to pick up. So they already have a mounted dragon to the name.
Can we go ahead and say that both OMG and IG want to pick up the Infernal Drake? I don't think OMG look at that like, nah.
I think IG just wanted a little bit more. Stacking up dragons would be a nice way to add to the gold lead they already have. S1mLz, wow, that is a lot of damage just from 2 spells coming out there. The shield has to come out from 5 straight away. True Shot Barrage was threatening as well. And
I love the combo that Rookie's laying down right now. So throwing down his E, waiting till the E is about to come back, because it obviously does damage when it comes out, then does procs another wave of damage as it comes back, or rolls over, I guess is the animation, and leaving his displacement right at the tip of that to try to make sure that they eat both rotations of damage.
It's doing a pretty good job so far on this Taliyah. I believe it's the first time we've seen it in the LPL.
It is the first time we've seen it in the LPL.
Seen it in a couple of other leagues here and there.
I've seen Rookie play it about 7 times on solo queue, though.
Okay. So it's probably what we mentioned, you know, muted his coach's microphones. I'm playing this champion. Give it to me.
Oh, he's done well so far on it.
Yeah.
Showing off her ganking capabilities and her momentum. Although, speaking of ganking capabilities, Tabe. Tabe.
Look at something. Don't face check that. You are the shot caller. You should know not to do these things. He's not going to.
See how patient they're going to be.
But that's still the gang squad of OMG looking for that flank.
TP difference right now, but only for a slim window. OMG have the advantage on xiyang's Maokai. Zetai's is just about to come up.
To be honest, if they wanted to pull that trigger, it shouldn't have been about 10 seconds ago. I think if they go now, Zetai might have that teleport available.
Dun-dun.
Here comes Frosco and Shark.
I don't want to be here anyway.
They are going to back away. Juejue and 5 will look for advantages elsewhere. Zycon been keeping Rain and Tabe held up in this 2-on-1.
It was more so the fact that Rookie was left alone in mid lane. So much time was expended, and obviously if you're just standing in a bush, you're losing something else on the map. It was pressure on the mid lane, which forced them to respond to it. And juejue falling significantly behind in the CS. And CS difference between junglers means so much more because the camps mean so much more. 89 to 59. Kid is just working him.
Yep, Spawn has taught me that lesson through a couple of solo queue games with some choice words about when I try to tax his lane. So now though, 5 going to be able to OMG are going to be able to successfully defend their red buff in their own territory.
No, it's pretty fair. They want to fight as 5. No, they have. They do have
as
skirmish.
5 with 5.
Yeah, I tried to give it to you, but it's not true.
Icon on the wrong side of the map here. Takes a lot of damage. The knockback not going to come out there. He's able to successfully displace away.
Did you see the prediction from Rookie, though? He was slightly off on the timing, but trying to find the displacement on Rookie's distortion.
He's a good mid laner.
Yeah. It's almost like he's real good at pressing his buttons.
I think whenever I get to watch him, I say that at least once per casting Rookie. He's a good mid laner.
xiyang right now is trying to make sure that that tank does not go underneath his tower so the wave doesn't reset, so trying his best to hold that. And OMG have done a good job on kind of slowing down the momentum that Invictus Gaming have built up. It's been pretty quiet, everyone keeping to themselves, farming their lanes and trying to allocate and safely find gold.
Still, Invictus Gaming have been able to find a 2,000 gold lead for themselves through this lull of a farming phase they're going through right now. They're 3 turrets to 2.
The important thing is about lane assignment. So right now, Zetai is bullying xiyang around. As long as no one interferes, he will win that 1v1. On the flip side, Icon does still have kill pressure, at least on Ezreal. Maybe on Rookie if he catches him through Fog of War, you know, whoever catches who. So they're trying to send him out into a side wave and kind of see what he can get. Zetai, if Icon ever gets advantage, would have to face across from that LeBlanc to actually really slow him down. But unfortunately for OMG, they just don't have pressure anywhere else on the map, so Icon can't afford to be down there.
I just checked in with his CS advantage there. He's almost 40 CS up against xiyang there, so really bullying him out in this game so far. Doing a pretty good job on that Trundle. Has that Ravenous Hydra picked up as well as the Rift Herald buff, so he's going to be a force to be reckoned with as a split pusher. Meanwhile, you can see Rookie be a little bit of a nuisance, trying to poke people out with his rocks. That next dragon has spawned as well. At the same time, Baron's going to spawn, so 2 major objectives opening up on the map.
And
let's not watch this.
IG have the... no, it's all good. IG have the complete control over the top side of the map. As you can see, Zatai just brute forces that tower down, which means that they also have multiple plays anywhere Zatai is across map. They can take Dragon, they can give Dragon away, hold OMG down, and just take towers, or they can take both.
They're going to look for the Infernal Dragon as well. Rookie! A very big play. They're trying to go one-on-one against Icon. Teleports immediately being put down to the bottom lane. Rookie suddenly decides he doesn't quite want this life anymore. Is going to get jumped on there. Icon finds the first pick. Immediately, Kid has to back away. Sonic Wave going to land onto the tie. Kickback straight on top of Raid, who has to flash an arcade shoot forward. But OMG, this is a good team fight for them.
Rookie?
Hello.
A little bit aggressive there. Okay, check out.
bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Rookie's itemization, he doesn't have any MR. He's got Merc Treads. That's about it. That little Null Magic Mantle, it didn't go into a Negatron cloak. It just went straight into his little Pumas. He ulted himself down there, and even that 1v1 looked a bit sketch against Icon, but Maokai joins in, so it's a 2v1. They clean him up. They take the Infernal Drake, and OMG get a foot back into this. They're only a couple hundred gold down.
Take us through this team fight, because that was a questionable decision.
So but here's the thing, like, even if the teleport hadn't come in, Icon will pick him up on the second cooldown or second coming of Distortion. There we go, spell rotation of Distortion. But that still looked scary. Then, of course, his Distortion comes back up. Good kickback from juejue, isolates
really
Braum.
Good.
And now LeBlanc is 2 kills.
That was a really, really good kickback from juejue, watching it again. So you're going to see Icon look to try and take down Tabe, lands that chain, and the Q coming out as well. That's 2 kills for 1 in favor of OMG one more time here.
And suddenly Icon is 5-0-2. This is the new mid laner. He's appeared a couple of times in the LPL, subbing back and forth between him and Cool, but OMG obviously making the decision, at least for this game, that this is the direction that their organization wants to take.
That was another good prediction though, coming out from Rookie there. Almost finds the kill onto Icon. Knocked him back as he went back for his double Distortion. Invictus Gaming, though, they still have the gold lead right now. They're about 1,500 gold-ish ahead of OMG. That second Dragon did go over to OMG's side, so the Infernal Drake ticking for their lineup. Gives us some time to take a look at the items. With that 5-0-2 on Icon, he's picked up the Morello Nomicon, Abyssal Scepter, and now has a decently large rod. That's a big LeBlanc.
On the other side, though, Rookie has finally completed his Ryze Crystal Scepter. So bringing a lot more utility to the team in combination with the Iceborne Gauntlet. They've got a lot of slow, but where IG's composition really does struggle is when waves are pushed against them. Again, they're very poke reliant. So if OMG can continue to fight them around Fog of War, where Icon will A, get the jump, or B, even in the lanes, as long as they have a big creep wave in front of them, they're going to negate a lot of IG's damage. IG really need to get Zatai back out into these side lanes and in the correct lane assignment.
I think another standout in this game is juejue on this Lee Sin. He's been playing rather well in this match. He's got a few pretty good kicks on that Lee Sin. He's 3-0-3 as well.
Yeah, it's just kind of come out of nowhere that OMG have gotten themselves back into it through team fighting, really capitalizing and being reactive on IG's mistakes. So we talked about how IG have kind of developed themselves into being more of a reactive macro threat with the addition of Tabe. OMG are still just a very reactive micro threat. They like collapsing, they like counter ganking. They don't necessarily know where to be at the right time, but they'll always want to fight.
And some big item power spikes on the Invictus Gaming lineup as well. We see top lane, Trundle picks up a few really heavy items for himself. Nidalee already got that Ryze Crystal Scepter, as well as the Runic Echoes picked up. We already talked about mid lane. Bottom lane, you can see the Ezreal is gone for the Iceborne Gauntlet and Mana Nui pickup. So 2 major items for Ezreal already completed.
It's important that IG are trying to reset themselves, like you said, with all their itemization. They're very safe in that mid lane through Ryze and Iceborne. Kick Zatai out to his side lane, make sure he's crossed for Maokai, and try to wean advantages there.
Some good damage on the 5.
Just gotta buy time. And don't get caught out in front of Baron. If OMG find a big fight here or a significant pick, they could easily rotate into this Baron.
They're able to take away the blue buff. S1mLz is able to find that one with his Boomerang Blade. juejue actually taking a lot of damage from the knockback. Zatai still duking out with xiyang here, down in the bottom lane this time round. Got some good damage down as this Trundle.
Yeah, xiyang's just trying to stall the inevitable as now Invictus Gaming collapsing towards their top laner.
Blue buff's going to be given over to Rookie here. So they trade blue buffs, but IG arguably get the better end of that with it going on over towards their mid laner instead of their AD carry, which you saw S1mLz pick up.
Certainly means a lot more than it used to since the mid-season patch, giving that 15 bonus AP.
This is a little bit strange. It's 4-8 in terms of kills. Still the goal leaders in Invictus Gaming's favor. They're about 1,000 gold ahead.
It's the tower adjustment. It's a very close game, though, for the fact that OMG have half the towers that IG do. That's a bit concerning. OMG are starting to play, again, matching the split push pressure just because Icon is so far ahead and he has kill pressure on pretty much everyone but Zatai. In fact, might be a little bit scary for Zatai as well.
Icon's still waiting to pick up his major needlessly large rod item. Still sitting on that item for now. Dragon's going to be respawning in a minute, which sends signals for the OMG lineup to head back to base and pick up a couple of items before trying to contest this one against Invictus Gaming. Get on this Nidalee. He's been all over the map here. Hasn't had as a huge of impact as juejue so far, but he's farming up quite a nice storm, so to speak. He's about 30 CS ahead of juejue right now.
And again, Kid has moved away from being a liability in the jungle to really a very stable and serviceable jungler. Unfortunately, in the LPL, he's stacked across from some junglers like Dandy, Clearlove, MLXG. Maybe you've heard of them. But he does a decent job, and he's doing a decent job on this Nidalee.
juejue taking a little bit of poke damage as Invictus Gaming. They're trying to defend their mid lane turret. Icon dashing into very aggressively to get some damage down on towards Rain. This turret is going to fall down in OMG's favor, and this Invictus Gaming just can't quite defend it. 5 getting locked down by that Ryle's Crystal Scepter, slowing him down, but Rookie can't find the knockback.
And here's some of the flaws in IG's composition. They have decent wave clear, but they lose a ton of their damage when there's big creep waves in front of them, and there's a fight.
Tabe gonna get jumped on there. juejue doesn't find the kick he was looking for, gets knocked back. He might actually get taken down here as Kid jumps on top of him as in Italy. Rookie gonna try and throw some rocks over the wall. Teleport now finally coming in for the Maokai. Tatai's already here though. A good lockdown coming for Rookie. He's gonna find 5. juejue takes a rock to the face. 2 kills already picked up by Invictus Gaming, and they find a team fight they desperately wanted.
Rookie able to chase them down with the ultimate, does force Rain to burn the arcane shift as well as Tabe's flash to assist him, but nevertheless it does give them the dragon.
Ocean Dragon going to be picked up by Invictus Gaming, prompting the spawn of an Infernal Dragon for the 4th dragon of this match.
Would be a second Infernal if OMG are able to pick that one up.
Tatai trying to lock down Icon, puts down a traffic cone.
It's good. It makes sure that he can't back. He doesn't have any mana right now, so he's of little use to his team, and it buys IG enough time to pick up this creep wave bottom and to siege another free objective. OMG caught with their pants down.
And they take that turret, giving Invictus Gaming a 3,000 gold lead ahead of OMG right now. That was a very good team fight. Really good use of the Taliyah ultimate as well to cut off the fleeing members from OMG.
Could have been a bit disastrous, but it ends up being a good use simply because the members that she cut off couldn't just turn around and immediately kill Rookie, seeing that his team was locked out as well.
You see that,
likewise, Ezreal was able to hop over, but Tabe was like, flash!
See what good things you can do, Rookie, when you don't ulti straight into an Icon. Apparently you pick up 2 kills for your team. Good job.
I feel like he's just a bit keen.
We saw him stretching before this match. He was ready to take on the world with this pick.
Working his shoulders. Speaking of working.
xiyang actually flashing aggressively for the lockdown. Tabe with the twist in advance. Pillar's going to come out, but this is already a 4-on-5 in favor of OMG after taking down the support. Sonic Wave not going to connect coming in from juejue.
OMG using the most of their pockets of true vision that they have over by the Baron Pit. Find a nice pick. Unfortunately, it's just on the support. So not able to translate that directly into a Baron play. And in response, IG forcing up mid.
They're trying to translate it directly into a Baron play. Let's see if they can get it as Kid gets soloed out here by Icon. Goes back to the Mimic. Tatai flashes over the wall, puts the Subjugate and the Pillar down. They're going to be able to take down Icon. This Baron's actually really low. Rookie's in the pit trying to get out. Gets taken down. juejue's really low. Here comes Tatai. The Trundle tries to get inside there. Finds a kill. 5 gets taken down. xiyang now taking a lot of damage, but locks down the tanky frontliner. That's already 3 members being taken down by Invictus Gaming's lineup, but they do successfully stop the Baron. Rain is going to try and chase. getting Mystic shots off on towards the Scuttle Crab, but that was an interesting fight.
And silly me, I didn't think OMG would be crazy enough to take the Baron with 4 members of IG still up, but they do prompt it, do not get it, are burned quite significantly.
Still a 4-for-1 trade at the end of that match, at the end of that fight, and look at this solo kill coming out from Icon.
Again, just really abusing the pockets of true vision right there. Annihilates Kid. Icon so massive that will be his first death, so also picking up the shutdown bonus that comes with this. Tries to make the cheeky play.
The subjugate there, I think, from Tatai cost him a little bit when he went into this 4-on-2. Felt like if he could get it onto xiyang, it would have been a lot better.
Again, Rookie just ults himself into certain death, however, but it is enough to pull OMG off of the Baron.
I think Rookie needs to realize his ultimate doesn't do damage.
I think he's just having fun.
I don't know if diving straight into a LeBlanc and into 4 members of OMG would be considered fun.
I see you've never played Taliyah yet.
I have played Taliyah. I
Then
played it with
should
you.
Know how. Oh God, no wonder I couldn't remember. I was trying to block it out.
We've had some interesting games together. But for now, Invictus Gaming, they're still 2,000 gold ahead of OMG. They're still holding on to that goal, and it just really feels like OMG don't really care. And here comes an ultimate coming out from Rookie here, trying to lock out xiyang. It's able to do just that. The Maokai can't quite go anywhere. They're trying to put down as much damage as possible to try and take him down. They will be able to do just that. That was a good use of the Taliyah ultimate.
Yep, okay, so we got 1. No, he's had 2. We'll say 2.5. Good gank from Rookie. Kills the Maokai. They've got a creep wave and pressure pushing up onto that bottom side, as well as applying pressure into the mid lane. OMG, they do have their wave clear available, so they have some options. It shouldn't mean a tower for IG.
That is not good. That's what Abyssal Scepter Taliyah getting chunked down to a third of her health.
Apparently, though, that outer mid was still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Thought for sure with its 30 HP it would have been down by now.
Invictus Gaming are able to take down and increase their goal lead to 4,000 ahead of OMG. Despite the 9-12 scoreline at the moment, IG definitely in the lead. The next dragon is going to be spawning in a minute 20. It's another Infernal Dragon, so we could see a fight take place over that pit.
But you have to think about the roller coaster of this game. IG come out strong, then they kind of fall off, OMG pull it back, and then with a... Again, it's just this idea that the roster needs time, it needs development. Very young players, a lot of inexperience. They make a very risky Baron call, and it just costs them so much momentum and pressure on this map, which has effectively put IG back into the driver's seat.
I don't know. The story kind of goes like this. IG come out strong, Rookie ulties into someone in a very stupid manner. IG come out strong again, Rookie does the same thing, makes it up with a good ulti. That's been the story of the game for me. I don't know about you. I've just seen Taliyah fly over the map, do some good things, and then some really bad things.
It's just been a rolling wave of anticipation.
But you are right. I feel like it's, even though not working out so well for OMG just yet, it's the good steps for their roster that is really trying to rebuild. Trying to find the correct place that they can and can't make. The Baron wasn't the right one.
They're still having great individual performances. So again, there's talent on the roster. You look at Icon in that mid lane, 6-1-3 on the LeBlanc. Facing across from the likes of Rookie, has been doing some work, but trying to put it all together, rebuild OMG back to that Dark Forces lineup.
Well, that dragon is going to respawn as Icon has a sweeper lance and is looking to try and assassinate whoever comes down into this bottom lane. That was your mistake.
The arcane shift.
That is where he knew he was dead. Oh, it's not quite able to take him down there. Icon missing the chain, and that one distortion coming out. Correct move, but now he might actually pay for that. Taliyah gonna put down the ultimate. Now Icon in a little bit of trouble there. Taliyah decided not to follow up as Icon.
He's just trying to buy enough time so his team can pick up the dragon. So Icon does a little dance, makes a little love, and his team make off with the dragon.
Well, thank you for saving me on that one, Frost, because I had no idea what Icon was trying to do there. It looks like he just wanted to die almost.
It's also why Rookie didn't take his ultimate down, because he tried to they tried to split resources to kill Icon as well as take the dragon. So Invictus Gaming not being very consistent and hesitating a bit on their shot calling.
So that's a 3,000 gold lead for IG at the moment, but OMG have 2 Infernal Dragons. That's going to stack up quite nicely as we head towards the mid game. This game is interesting. It still feels rather close between OMG and Invictus Gaming at the moment.
We've been in the mid-game. We're heading towards late game. The towers have fallen. The core items are out.
It's very middle.
Thank you.
Invictus Gaming, though, still the ones that are ahead.
They just need to poke, play with vision, make sure that they can poke people off of Baron, and buy time for this Trundle.
It kind of feels like they're not playing to that team strength of sieging up turrets. Like, OMG going for another Baron play. Haven't been spotted out yet. They've already got it down.
One blue trinket.
There is that blue trinket being used. So they spot out the start coming from OMG. They get lots of damage down on towards it. OMG might actually be able to take it down, but there's Taliyah's ultimate, cutting the rest of the team off. Baron buff falls, but let's see what's going to happen after. As Rookie going to take the brunt of that damage here. Kid tried to jump in to get some damage back down. OMG trying to run for the hills. Here comes Taliyah, gets kicked into his team. That's so much damage going down. But Kid, he's able to take down 5. In the backlines, juejue is able to take up a kill as well. Rain trying to do what he can, but OMG with one Baron play, able to find so many kills. Possibly the ace coming here as Rain does get taken out and the Baron buff.
The Dark Forces never give up, and OMG are back on top after that team fight. They get the Baron. IG carelessly drop their vision around it, don't respond in time. The teleport comes through, and they just walk into certain death. Juejue, props. This kick goes across so many members, does massive amounts of damage, and then is just immediately followed up by so much AoE distortion from Icon.
Juejue has been a monster in this Lee Sin.
And we talked about it. He's been on and off the OMG roster, but returning, having synergy already built up with the likes of Icon and xiyang, looking great right now.
He says, yeah, and OMG in general, they've just completely flipped that game around with the one Baron play. You can take a look at the damage dealt in that team fight. Sivir, S1mLz, returning to the roster here for this game, paired up with 5, dealing an absurd amount of damage. Whew. This was Invictus Gaming's game. They were up 4,000 gold, make a mistake. Up 4,000 gold again, make a mistake. And now that mistake has finally cost them as OMG sneaked that Baron. They tried it the second time round and it worked.
It's good news for OMG fans, though, that the fact that they were given the opportunity to capitalize on a mistake, and they pulled the trigger correctly, especially in their 5v5. So still staying true to what they're strong at, as S1mLz does get that red buff. Not as clean as we would have liked. IG are a very chaotic, very up and down team, but they're still considered one of the in the upper branch of the LPL. And OMG, if they can close this out, something they can hang their hat on.
What a good fight coming out from a juejue there. He's able to kick S1mLz straight, it's not S1mLz, sorry, Rookie straight back into his team for S1mLz to pick up a kill. And now they're just charging in towards the base one more time. They already took down the top lane inhibitor turret. Now the mid lane inhibitor turret's been taken down by OMG. Looking towards the inhibitor as well. And going to move straight towards the top lane right afterwards. They've swung this game into their favor.
They are just suffocating out Invictus Gaming. If they get 2 inhibitors, it's a very long climb.
This inhibitor is going to go down in OMG's favor. The long climb has begun. Juejue wants to get soloed out here by Invictus Gaming. They're looking to try and lock him down. But there's too many minions in the base to deal with for the IG lineup. Things now not looking good for IG.
No, not at all. It has been looking good for them for about 5 minutes now. Effectively, they're waiting for OMG to make a colossus mistake or error. Otherwise, they have very little opportunity for them on the map and very little win conditions that are still achievable.
Look at the items that OMG have picked up here, and look at where the kills have been distributed. Lee Sin, LeBlanc, and Sivir are the benefactors of all this gold, and it translates into the items they have picked up here. Icon's massive. He's 1 item away from 6. Lee Sin has 2 damage items and 2 tank items for looking for his 3rd. He's a monster. Juejue has been playing like a monster, and Lee Sin just in general is a monster right now.
Issue is that the scaling on IG, they don't really have any options. If they can look for a split push, but the lane assignments are well and truly out of their control now. There's kill pressure from multiple members of OMG on Zatai, so his reign of terror has come to a true close.
I'm just looking at Rookie right now. He's farming ahead of the clock, 400 CS in comparison to the 290 on this LeBlanc.
Well, we've proven one thing. Taliyah is very good at wave clear and farming.
That is true. Well, it looks like they actually want to start a fight here. That's a good ultimate separating the team there. A good knockback to juejue and 5. This might be the fight they want. Zatai, though, is going to be the first to fall down. 5, not going to quite get taken down. Another good knockback does come out from Taliyah, but it's a little bit too little too late here, so they're still trying to fight this one 4 on 5. OMG kiting back quite nicely as xiyang soaking up as much damage as possible. Kid, he's out of mana, has to use this on his hourglass, now going to get collapsed on by the team as he's able to flash away as soon as he comes out of stasis. A good fight from OMG, but a fantastic disengage from OMG.
That was best case scenario as Rookie. He's okay.
He's okay. juejue, though, takes a spear to the face.
Oh, TP. Here comes the counterflank.
Bad news bears coming in for Invictus Gaming. Here comes xiyang. Going to be able to lock them down, no.
They just want the tower. They got what they came for, though. Again, best case scenario for Invictus Gaming. Rookie gets a really nice ult. He effectively cuts all of them in half in the small window where the creeps weren't hitting his Nexus towers to start with. But IG just don't have the damage to do anything about it. It's going to be the Elder Drake and possibly a Nexus turret for OMG.
This Elder Dragon is going to fall incredibly low here. I don't see how IG can try to stop this. Could it? Should it? Would it? No, it's not going to work. juejue does get the smite down. Elder Dragon falls on over to OMG, and that's a double infernal Elder Dragon.
And it seems like OMG have finally found the secret formula, at least if Game 1 is going to be indicative of this series. And it's in juejue on his Lee Sin. 7, 2, and 9, finding these incredible flanks, making the plays for his team. It's nice because it feels like Icon finally has follow-up behind him.
You actually see lots of 6-item builds being completed here for both teams, actually. Let's start with OMG's lineup. S1mLz, he's got 6 items on the Sivir. He is monstrous right now. Icon has completed his with a Magi Soul Sealer. He is hungry for kills on champions. And juejue, once he heads back to base, going to pick up that final tanky item, which should be the Randuin's Omen.
I mean, frankly, the conversation for IG at this point is, can we stop them? And what do we do about draft next game? It's
certainly possible. There's still only 4,000 gold behind OMG, and this is a 41-minute match. You can already see Taliyah has 6 items completed. Ezreal is 1 item away from 6 as well. Tabe has almost completed his build. So they're just half an item off on each slot just from getting back into this game. That's a lot of damage being put into backline there. Kid going to be able to heal up half of it.
The problem is the effectiveness of IG's composition late game, particularly in their jungle. juejue is doing so much damage and opening up so much opportunity for the team. Kid is a heal bot.
That's the final inhibitor going to fall down in favor of OMG. So now double super minions in each wave are going to start to slowly crash towards IG's base.
Using their Elder Drake threateningly. Baron will be picked up in 10 seconds, and then they can try to suffocate out Invictus Gaming. You're looking for a miracle team fight from IG to pull this one out.
Let's see what they can do, because OMG, like you mentioned, already looking towards the Baron pit here. Inhibitors are going to respawn from Invictus Gaming, so that will stop the double siege minute push that would come out.
Big sigh of relief for IG.
Ooh, but this is Baron, like you mentioned. It's going to get picked up here by Invictus Gaming. No Miracle Steal will come out. Sorry, OMG. No Miracle Steal will come out from Invictus Gaming. So that True Shot Barrage is very late. Now they've got to try and defend their base with no inhibitors and up against a Baroned up OMG.
Do have decent wave clear again in Taliyah as well as Karma.
This is not looking great so far. OMG definitely in the driver's seat.
It's hard because the only tool that IG have on their composition to definitively start fights is Rookie's ultimate. It's not like they have the Maokai, so they effectively get one chance, one cooldown. juejue
with another great kickback onto Rookie, takes him down immediately, and now the rest of IG run for the hills as the next inhibitor getting taken down. xiyang's already into the backlines here. Good ultimate comes up from Braum, but it might be a little bit too late as IG already working on these Nexus turrets. Icon's low in the backline. xiyang goes back in on top of Tabe, who gets melted there. juejue picks up that kill. The rest of IG flash towards the base. Nexus turrets have fallen, and OMG pick up, I believe, their second win, but only the first win in this best of 3 series against IG.
And OMG, I mean, effectively, they're a bottom tier team in their group, and they just took down IG. IG have always kind of sat mid-tier to upper-bottom tier. Excuse me, bottom-upper tier of teams. They're by no means bad. They've looked at the best form that they ever have, and OMG just smashed them off of the